So people always ask me, you know, how my knives stay looking so good. Well, one secret is I paint them, and the other secret is I lubricate them, you know. Now, this is something you can buy off Amazon, and there's many companies that make this. It's basically just mineral oil. Anyway, you just take one of these mineral oil things that sell on Amazon, and I like taking this tip and kind of just cutting it off, kind of. That's what I like to do. You know, make sure you get plenty of oil, just drips right on out. And then I just kind of lubricate it like that, you know. And I take my finger and I just rub it in. I don't use the applicator because I don't want to waste any of it. I want it all in the metal. I just use my finger and I just rub my finger on there. I'm very careful with how you do this, so like you don't cut yourself. And I just let it get all up in there and let it go in the groove there a little bit. And you don't want to over lubricate it. You just want it to where it's touching the surface nice and even. Any extra that you got on your hands, go ahead and take it and put it on any other knives you have laying around. Make sure some of it gets into that action there so it opens and closes properly. I like to put knife oil on the trauma shears too. I like to put it all over a lot of my tools. We got a silky saw right here. We're going to go ahead and lubricate this blade up. Well lubricated blades, not only do they not rust, they cut better and they don't wear down as fast. Guys, in a pinch you could use this. I would prefer you use WD-40, but you can use Pam olive oil, you can use WD-40, you can use all that stuff like this, but I'm not going to lie, nothing beats some knife oil, and knife oil doesn't cost that much. You can go on Amazon and you can get some knife oil for like $10. Nothing beats actual real knife oil, guys. I'm telling you, knife oil is really where it's at. Knife oil is really the way to go. That's really what you want for this type of thing. Your knife will thank you by working properly. That's how it will thank you. It'll say, "Thank you for taking care of me. I'm going to work properly because you take care of me." Now with the saw, I'm not going to lie. I would just over lubricate it. I would just douse it. Because the saw is a whole different ball game. The reason you guys don't want to over lubricate these knives is one, you'll be wasting lube and you'll be overdoing it for no reason. But more importantly, because you know it's $10, so it's just not a huge deal if you waste it. But more importantly, like grime and dirt and crap will stick to it, and you'll get kind of like, you just get kind of like a dirty ass knife. And you really don't want like a really extremely dirty knife. It'll get all gunked up. So I would over lubricate it if you're going to put it in storage for a very, very long time. But other than that, I'd go easy on the lubrication. And then I would lubricate inside the sheaths. Let that sink down in there, so that way the sheath will lubricate your knife. So what you do is you take this and you just let it drip on inside the sheath. And the reason you let it drip up on the sheath, again, is so the sheath will actually keep your knife lubricated. I previously lubricated this with WD-40, and you could tell, but I'm going to put some actual knife lubricant on it. And I haven't painted this one yet, but this one is one that I keep in storage, so it doesn't really need to be painted. Here's Smith & Wesson HRT. We're actually going to put a little bit of lube on the leather sheath itself. This will keep the leather sheath from drying out. Lubricating knives is a fun experience. It makes you feel like a real man. You know, it makes you feel like a real man to do it. It's one of those simple joys of being a man that I'm not sure a woman would ever understand. The simple joy of just sitting here lubricating my knives. Not something I think a woman would understand. Maybe she'd understand. I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I don't think so, though. I don't think a woman could understand the simple joy of us cleaning and doing maintenance on our knives. And it's just something about being a man, taking care of your tools. You know. I know what some of you are saying. Why are you lubricating a knife that's either coated or made out of stainless steel? Because it's simple. It's not just about corrosion resistance. It's about making it cut, and it's about making it go in and out of the sheath better. That's part of what it's about. So, you know, it's not just a corrosion resistance thing. That's kind of a myth. This is my ancient old CKRT. I know you guys know what this is. I know this is old school CKRT right here. They've been making these for a long time. I'm going to put it on this little micro cord there so it doesn't dry out. Put a little bit in the sheath there. This belonged to my stepdad, so I really want to keep it safe. That's not rust. I painted it a long time ago. So we're going to try to do everything in our power to keep this thing safe. And let's not forget the neck knife. You know, I got the rubber band to keep the paracord from slipping, but also so nobody chokes me to death with my own neck knife. And so we're going to lubricate that rubber band, keep it from drying out as fast, and kind of lubricate the paracord, keep it from drying out, keep these metal pieces from getting corroded, keep this thing moving like it should, just making sure everything's clean and making sure everything's moving the way it should, making sure this paracord don't dry out, and then we take the actual knife out, and then we just put some lube on it. Put some lube on the knife. Like I said, no need to overdo it. Got another pair of trauma shears here. We're going to go ahead and hit with that just to make sure it mechanically is doing its thing. But this right here, because I use it to cut food, we're going to use a little bit of Pam olive oil. That's more of a food safe lubricant. The problem is there is a little bit of water in the pan just to get it to spray out. There's got to be a little bit of water in there. But on stainless steel knives, or just knives that have really good steel, you could definitely get away with using Pam. I just wouldn't use Pam all the time as a long-term solution. Occasionally they need knife oil now. So that's how you do that. And this is all I'm going to do today. I got more than this, but this is perfectly fine. The rest of them I have in deeper storage, so I'm not going to mess with them. Alright guys, hopefully if you guys like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, check out my store. I sell some amazing merchandise. Look at it, just look at the store and see if there's anything you like. That's all I ask, you know. Take a look at it. But thank you guys for watching. Jordan Jareb, signing off.